Okay, welcome back. We're gonna be going over to the tower. We're here at the Sandcrawler, and that's the village down there. It's become quite a bit larger. They continued their building process. I believe they're gonna add more buildings out this way next, is what I think I saw in their city hall there. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on them and see what they do. I have, well, as you can see, some wood and some saplings and bone meal. I want to work on the floor. If nothing else, I'd like to get the floor for the first level done in this recording session. I'm gonna go for at least an hour, I think. It's 6 p.m. now, so I'll go till 7. Unless I get interrupted, in which case I'll stop. I think I'm gonna break the tower recordings off into their own video series instead of keeping them as a part of my Let's Play. Just because I want to be able to work on it at a faster rate than what I have been. Because I've been holding myself off from doing anything to it for the past 2 weeks. So I think I just gotta change that. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. Because these guys could push me off. One of them took fall damage. So I'm just going to try and get inside here where I'm pretty much safe. This is just a temporary path that I've set up. I'm going to jump through a portal and get to the island. So as I mentioned, I haven't done anything else on this yet. I did bring some decent food this time, and lots of torches. So let's just get up there and we'll see if we can't figure out a pattern. If we get the floor done, I want to start working on this part next. I have a chest with some obsidian in it. I think I got 2 or 3 stacks. That's all over at the needle. So, because this is going to be obsidian, this lock mechanism mostly. I still have no idea on the walls. So I'm going to be using jungle wood as a base. So the bulk of this is going to be made out of jungle wood. So that should be enough for now, just so I have some inventory space. I want to use the dark wood in places too. Have some kind of pattern. So, well, our floor's gonna be here. I probably didn't bring a shovel. Of course not. I don't know why I would actually bring a shovel. That was messages on Xfire. So, I'll just get some stone. see. Okay. There's just Witch King saying bye. So I'll just take this up really slowly. So yeah, just before recording this, me and Ythmevge played this new type of mini game that we're calling Mine Wars. It's based off of the ABBA mining on the Minecraft server. You go down into a cave and try and bring up as many resources as you can within 20 minutes. And there's two of you, and so there's a point system in place. And you're just trying to have more points than the other player. So that was pretty fun. We're hoping to do more of those, but I don't know, when. It's kind of a challenge type setup, so someone will issue a challenge, and then you can either accept the challenge or decline it, and the person who issues the challenge is the one that comes up with all the rules and the location and whatnot. It could be a big chasm or just like a network of mines that you found. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, 'cause that video will be up soon. It might even be up before this one. In fact, it probably will be, so. Yeah, just to give you a time frame. So what else? We've added some more to the town, to the starting town on the server. Expanded the city hall to second story, and we have a paintball arena now. Ythmevge recently did a video. I'll show it when I do my next world tour, I think, which will be episode 15, so, of my Let's Play. I think I'm on 12 right now, so it'll be a couple more weeks. It'll probably all change more by then. We did add a trading plugin to the server that lets a player set up a shopkeeper, and then the player can sell actual items to another player and gain either diamonds or sponge, which is their currency, for the plugin. It's not like the economy one, where it's this kind of made up number that's saved. It uses an actual item in the game, and so you get a block and then you can buy stuff with it. Okay, so I'm thinking is I want that one more thick before I do anything else. I'm excited to get started on the storage, which will be the next one. So, but I don't want to do anything off camera. I forgot I had an axe with me this time. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for the walls. I'll probably just throw something up for them. I wanted something that I was probably gonna keep for the floor though. So that's why we're doing the floor. I think something like this will look pretty cool. So there'll be all the way around, there'll be this too thick jungle wood, and then there'll be a stripe of dark wood, and then more jungle wood in the center. Grab some leaves. I don't know. I don't want to leave that there. For some reason, I can't bear to throw away cobblestone. You never know when you might run out. So this, I will probably just make a solid wall, just like this. That's what I'm thinking. Just because that's a little easier to deal with when it comes to the floor. So then the floor will just wrap around here like this. I haven't even started to think about lighting now that I'm knocking out all these torches. So probably do it on the walls. That way in the walls it'll give it a little something. Don't need the seed, I can throw that away. I have a box full of them. The one thing that I do know for the walls is it's gonna be, they will be too thick. Or, you know, they'll actually end up being 3 thick, because this will be the inside wall here, then there'll be the empty space here, and this will be the actual outside wall, which is what you'll actually see. So we'll have like the sub wall, and in here I plan to have a water and lava source block at the top that'll supply as much as I can with that. Maybe. I might just have it running down to add to the look. Because I don't know if I want to mess with trying to replicate the water when you can just pour a bucket and grab another one. I was looking at a map of the server today, which will be up on our website as soon as I get it done, which will hopefully be before this video goes up. It'll be mc.allaroundgames.net. So we already have a form software set up, so it's the site that I make games on. So it's been up for a while, the forms have. Not many people posting, but we try. We want to use it to organize games, because we want to start playing this mini game, or this game that's like a takeoff of UHC called Diamond Heist. And in it there's two teams, and so you're on one or the other, and it's played with the ultra hardcore mod, so you don't regenerate health, and your goal is to take the diamond or defend your own diamond. And so you have a building phase where you build a structure around your diamond, which will start on a platform. It's a diamond block, and you have to try and defend it without moving it. So it makes it a challenge when you can't just swim down into the bottom of the ocean and place it somewhere where, nobody will ever find it. So it's on a bedrock stand, so when the team is attacking, they can't just dig up right under the diamond. But to do it, we need at least 4 players, and we just haven't been able to coordinate with everyone to get it set up. I think it'd be a lot of fun if you had 16 players total, so 8 on each team, because then you'd really have enough to be gathering resources and build something cool, all within, the 2 hours that the game lasts. So that's what I would like to see happen. So yeah, we're digging out dirt blocks. We're about 23 minutes in. I think it's starting to look pretty good. I'm liking this pattern. It's nothing complicated, but I think it looks nice. Okay, I need to dump some of this off. And here the floor won't be wood, it'll be obsidian once again. So that's why the pattern starts at the end of that. Although I haven't put in the door, so I don't know where that'll be, but it should be pretty much flush. So, but I might just have to move the pattern back some when I get that in. But that won't be a big deal. I was watching some of the older Seth Bling videos today, and he did this one combination lock that I really like, and so now I'm wanting to do something with it. It uses a minecart to keep track of what combination you actually enter into the lock. And so if you enter the wrong one, then it'll reset, and you have to enter it from the beginning. But if you enter the right one, then it'll go to the next color code, basically, where you could do numbers, and if you have to enter the right one, otherwise it'll just reset again. And then if you do it all right, then it can activate, you know, an RS NOR latch you'd have to do if you were going to connect it to a door or something that needs to stay in one state. But it could trigger whatever, and so what I'm thinking is I'll set that up to where it actually triggers. I think I'm going to put it in the basement, maybe like down in here, and it will control this lock. So basically it'll be a lock controlling a lock, because this one is already going to control all the redstone in here. You know, you'll have to have unlocked this one to actually be able to use anything to some extent. I mean, some of them are just passive, but that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, you know, how often the combination lock would ever be shut off, but I think it would be a cool little feature. So if I decide to do that, you guys will be included. So the way I'm thinking I can do it is actually tie in, or you know, have it so it comes over here when the lock is right, or when the RS NOR latch is right, this torch will be on, and when you push the reset button to shut that off, it'll shut this this redstone torch here off, and so it just won't push your sand or gravel upwards. Basically shutting it off. Of course, if the right combination was in and that got reset, then you'd have to leave and reset that one, because this one's a manual reset. You have to go take out the gravel blocks. So yeah, I don't know if I want to have like a stripe in here somewhere. I'm kind of thinking no. The only other thing I thought of is adding a stripe of the really light wood, this wood here, right next to this one, all the way around. So we might try that. We're just about out of this episode, so I will. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one, which starts right now. Okay, so welcome back. We're back here at the tower. I'm trying to make a shovel, and we're going to continue our work on the floor. Last time we made it pretty far. Just got this chunk here left to do, and I want to try and add some light wood, as I talked about at the end of the last episode. And then once we have this floor done, we're not going to waste much time, and I want to make an ender pearl elevator right here. I believe this is center, but it might not be, so I want to make sure it's center. And then it's going to go up to the next floor, which will start right there, and we're going to start working on our storage system up there, because, well, the sand crawler doesn't really work very good as a storage system. It's just a bunch of chests, and I'm not very good about putting stuff in the right chest. So up here I'm hoping it'll stay a little bit more organized because there will be a lot more space. And it's going to be 3 chests for each one, essentially. I'm going to be using storage minecarts. It's a Seth Bling design that makes it really easy because it just stacks them up, and then you have a button that'll reset them, or that'll cycle them, I should say. And so they have to be along one of these walls. I'll have to do some testing again and remember which direction it has to be in. But it only works facing one direction because of how the minecart tracks connect. And we broke a shovel again already. These wood tools just aren't holding up long enough. Stone. I'm missing my diamonds. I should have brought a shovel, and I didn't. But I don't want to run back, so... I'll make a couple more. I'm gonna use my high-priced spruce wood. Trying to do that, because that'll be the next thing I'd be running back for. Although I could craft that in my crafting grid inventory, but I usually don't have the space needed to do that. Just because I like to pick up all this dirt. Never know when you might need it. So we have the big spear project on the server that is going to need a bunch more dirt. That's a community build type project that I'll show off in an episode pretty soon. It's literally a big spear, and it's going to have a jungle biome inside of it. But in order to do that, we need dirt in the bottom of it first. That looks really cool on that map I rendered. Or I think it does anyways. So now I'm all about finishing it. Even though I'm not very good with circle building. So I'll show that off pretty soon, I think. Probably be up before this one once again. Just because the way that I record the tower building is in long sessions. Whereas stuff like that I would record a day or two before uploading it to YouTube and making it public, so that's why I think that the tower is going to become its own series, so then I can just add episodes as I record them and not feel like I'm putting off anything else. So if we're lucky, we'll have enough here to finish. So now that I'm thinking about it, we will probably put off the Ender Pearl elevator until the next episode. Or two. just because I don't have the stuff with me and I don't really